Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, let's talk about Teofimo Lopez and how we do going up to 140 pounds. He said he got one more in him at 135, and I would advise him to stay away from Devin Haney just to also make fights. But if Devin Haney look bad versus Gamboa, and if he hit Devin Haney, he can land on Devin Haney, then who knows what exactly can happen. But let's kind of get situated here. But, you know, personally, let's talk about how you do at 140. I mean, you got the likes of Robbie Jr., Rances Bartholomew is doing his thing there. You still got Terry Turbo Flanagan, Regis Prograis. Mikey Garcia could be headed back down that way. We know Lomachenko not coming to 40. The winner of Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. And we start from bottom to top. Let's talk about him basically fighting. Let's talk about Barboza. Personally, Barboza, you know, seeing him move well. He won the fight the other night. I thought Cesados won the fight, but it's just who you preferred. I thought Cesados was implementing his style on Barboza the best. But you know, Barboza definitely landed some good shots and won the fight. I mean, that's a good fight. He seemed to be a good boxer. Don't have much power to move well. Question is, you know, I don't know how long or tall he is, but I see Teofimo Lopez got some issues with cutting the ring off. Also, he got some issues once you come down and punch. He gets stuck in sand. A lot of fighters get stuck in sand. And his head pop up. He don't take punches well. People saying, well, I don't like how you're not giving him his credit. I don't think he did much to win that fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come in and do what he said he's going to do to Lomachenko. And if you can't do that to Lomachenko, and Lomachenko, when he did punch, pop your head back like that, what happened if your power don't phase guys who are actually bigger? Personally, you know? So when you're going up with guys who could take shots better, you go up against guys who could take your punishment and give it back to you. I don't think T.O. takes punishments well, but I think he should be able to beat Barboza. He seemed to have good feet, good hands, but not to be a huge puncher as well, neither. He should be able to beat a guy like that at 140. And it depends on how his power translates, but you got to understand, he fought, 5'8", 68-inch arms. He got them T-Rex arms, so you're going to be dealing with guys who got longer arms when you're moving up, who take punishment better, who hit harder. But you talk about him versus probably a non-title holder like Mikey Garcia. Mikey could really punch. The athleticism gap is probably, you know, T.O. probably a little bit more athletic, spry. But technique-wise, I think Mikey stopped him. You know, I think Mikey stopped him. You know, I think Mikey could really punch. He seemed like he punched a little bit better at 147 than he doing at 140. You know, and maybe that was, I don't know what it was. He didn't get acclimated to 140 like that, but he could punch. I'll take Mikey, you know, just a better fundamentally and technically sound fighter than Teofimo Lopez. You see Lopez, he keep his hands high. When you come forward, he's a deer in headlights. When you talk about getting stuck in sand, that's basically freezing up. And when Lomachenko came forward, he froze up, his chin popped up, and his head popped back like a Pez. The Pez dispenser with the candy, like Nate Campbell said the other night. I just personally think I'll take Mikey. I'm not high on him, bro. Not high on T.O. at all. He telegraphed his punches. I think Mikey punched harder. Mikey going to be in his face all day. Mikey going to be pushing him on the back foot. And would there be an opportunity for Teofimo Lopez to counter Mikey Garcia? Yeah. But he not the counter puncher that I thought he was. When Lomachenko was coming forward, you know, and he just froze. A real counter puncher is going to be able to, at least, you might get him once or twice, maybe 3 times. He eventually make that adjustment. And when you do come in, he'll be able to slip or punch with you, and that didn't happen. So I favor Mikey over him. You're talking about another non-title holder that's going to probably be a champion or title holder pretty soon, Jose Zepeda. Good fighter. You don't know how much he got left in him. You know, but he can box. He can stick and move. We see he could take a punch from Barashnik. Barashnik has trained with Josito Lopez at some point. Not Josito Lopez, but he trained with Teofimo Lopez. It'd be an interesting fight. I think Zepeda can get it once again. Another guy who can box, who can take punishment. I don't know how much he got left, but it's another guy that probably has some issues, you know, with Teofimo Lopez. Now, you know, With Lopez, could he beat Zepeda? Yeah, I can see it. You know, Zepeda probably got some of the life beat out of him. He's an older fighter, especially after that Barashnik fight. But he can box. He can stick and move. And once again, you find guys that's taller, longer, and stronger. You know, Loma, you know, it had to be said. Loma was scared to take the punishment. That's what the conclusion I came to. He was scared, He was scared to take that punishment. And when you scared to get hit, I don't think guys like Zepeda, Barashnik, I think he done though. But Zepeda and Mikey Garcia, they ain't scared to get hit by Teofimo Lopez at 140. But if he get stronger and he punch harder at 40, then he a game dog. But I think him and Zepeda can go either way. And now you're talking about guys like Adrian Broner. He can take care of him, no problem. Adrian not gonna punch back. You know what I'm saying? You got other guys sitting up there like Terry Tellbro Flanagan. He should be able to beat him. Or if you want to say Jack Catterall, he should be able to beat Jack Catterall. But really, can he beat the top 4 or 5 people in the division, not just champions? Taylor, Ramirez, if Mikey come back down, Zepeda, you know, can he beat those type of guys? The Barrios is the guy that fought Barrios. I think he's going to have some real trouble with some of those guys in the division. And people say, oh, I was hoping this guy won. But I thought he was going to win in a more convincing and exciting fashion. If you notice, he followed Lomachenko around the ring. Nate Campbell was saying he was scared of his right hand, his right hook. You know, so he didn't want to step to Lomachenko right to cut the ring off. So if you're scared to get hit by Lomachenko right hook, I mean, what you think about Taylor's and Ramirez right hook and Victor Postal's punches? I mean, what you think about those guys? Honestly, what you think about getting hit by those guys? And you just see things. His hands are always down. He loaded up on every shot. Somebody that know what they doing, they gonna take advantage of that, you know. And guys like Keith Thurman, he telegraphed his shots all the time, you know. And Pacquiao took advantage. So once you get to an upper echelon level of the true essence of boxing, hit and not get hit, he gonna be in trouble. And people say, "Oh, you just hating on him, man." I'm not hating on him. I had no reason to hate on him. I just don't see it. I see some issues when he step up in opposition and when he fight better fighters. That's longer and taller. And I like Devin Haney over him at 35, 40, 47. They want to fight at 200 pounds. Give me Devin Haney. Somebody move or something. He ain't even on his yard. Miles think the whole block is his. But I just think, personally, I see some issues. He can't beat Taylor. He can't beat Ramirez. You know, if Postal was still got something left, I feel he beat Ramirez. He can't beat Postal. But Postal was older. I'll give him that. He'd probably beat a guy like Miguel Vasquez, who just got beat by some bum in the UK. I heard he got robbed. He could beat O'Harry Davies, Jack Catterall. And people say, well, you know, he's young. He's going to get better. Some things technically that I don't see his daddy cleaning up. Now, if they bring somebody else in who can have a real voice and work with him, you just see some things, man. You just see he coming down like this, and Lomachenko coming from the southpaw position, and he coming in with 2 2s or 2 1s, and his head stopping like that. That story not gonna end well. But I appreciate him stepping up. But him versus Ramirez, give me Ramirez. Too big, too strong. Teofimo Lopez gonna get stuck in sand, and I think he don't have the feet that Postal have to dance around the ring on that like that. And I see Jose Ramirez getting on the fuck up out of there. And I'm not a huge Jose Ramirez fan. You got to understand, I don't have stake in Teofimo Lopez. I thought he was overrated 2 fights ago. You know what I'm saying? This is what I personally thought. You know, I didn't see nothing special that he did versus Lomachenko. Hit him with a good body jab, and Lomachenko just was scared to get hit. That's what made that championship fight dull. And then again, when you got a guy that's scared to get hit versus Mike Tyson, you had to fight. If you was going to go 12 or 15, whatever it was with Tyson, 8, 6, whatever it was, you was going to have to fight your way. You was going to take some punishment and give some punishment. You know, Mike was cutting the ring off and closing the distance. Lopez was supposed to cut the ring off and close the distance on him. He didn't do so. You put Chavez in that fight. Ain't no hiding and playing peekaboo and hide and go seek. Chavez versus Lomachenko, he was going to be in your face. You wasn't going to be able to dance around that ring for 10 rounds like that, or 6 straight, 7, 8 straight. Man, Chavez would have got him the fuck up out of there. Roberto Duran would have got him up out of there. Shane Mosley would have got him up out of there at 35. It's a lot of guys. I mean, wasn't no surviving. Shit, you want to think, Pacquiao couldn't cut the ring off, but, Pacquiao, he wasn't scared to jump in with that left hand. is, you know, that dude, Lomachenko, wasn't nowhere near, he ain't in the top 50 of great lightweights of all time. Shit, if you want to be real, it was nothing but hype. You know, if you scared to get hit by Teofimo Lopez, you imagine getting hit by Shane, Chavez, Duran, shit, even Pretty Boy can punch before his hands went out. But, you know, him versus Ramirez, he just, either he going to have to catch Ramirez coming in, or if he can't hurt Ramirez, he going to get ran the fuck up out that ring. You know, you talking about Lomachenko having great stamina. Ramirez and the Charlo twins probably got some of the best stamina I've seen in boxing, period. And Ramirez willing to take some to get some. So if T.O. can't get his attention or hurt him to the body and to the head, Ramirez going to run him the fuck up. It's going to be eight escape. It's going to be 8 escape. I don't see that fight going past 8. 8 escape. You know, either T.O. going to get him or Ramirez going to get him the fuck up out of there. Now you're talking about Josh Taylor. That ain't no contest. Let me sit back and get some water real quick. That ain't no contest. That ain't no challenge. Like my boy Common J will say. He said getting pussy, that ain't no challenge. Him versus Teofimo Lopez, ain't no Josh Taylor, that ain't no challenge. All work, easy work. All work, easy work. Easy work. If you want to survive and go 12, get his ass beat for 12. They want to go 8 and escape, they go 8 escape. He want to take them 10, 11. Depends however do you want it. You want cheese with it? You want cheese on that Whopper? You want fries with that? You want a milkshake? How you want it? Get up and get beat down. Taylor beat him. There ain't no need to explain that. He can't hang with Taylor. Their arm length might be similar. He get his ass beat. Southpaw, orthodox, however Taylor want to give it to him. Too easy. Oh, also you got Regis Progress. Yeah, Woody the 504. Woody. Interesting fight. We know Regis can take punishment. We seen him versus Taylor. Give me Regis stopping him. I don't think he can take that. His head was popping back like this versus Lomachenko like that. Gonna get your head sprung. Gonna get your head sprung. Give me Regis, man. Regis, you know, that might be another 8 escape. Give me Regis. I just don't see much in him. You're hating on him, man. You're hating on him. I ain't got no reason to hate on him. Watch the fight. Stance wide, hands down. When Lomachenko did punch, he couldn't stop that. He struggled versus this short, blown up lightweight. Man, put Shane in there at 35. Shane would have got. Man, we been talking about a stoppage. You know, he was getting bullied by Lomachenko. Some of them to the late rounds. He was getting. Loma was hurting him. So imagine if Regis put them paws on him. So that's just my opinion on it. I don't think he's going to be a great 140-pounder at all. I think his best weight is going to be 35. If you're talking about going up to 47, boots, easy work. I mean, I forgot about Gary Anton Russell. Shit, if Al Heyman ever do something with him, he'd beat Teofimo Lopez's ass too. So he'd throw him in there. Boots, you know, him and Virgil Ortiz would be a good fight, but I think Ortiz might be big, too strong. He probably beat Conor Ben and what's the old boy name from the UK that lost to David Alvarez. Josh Kelly, he beat the hell out of them dudes. So I can see him being a title holder at 47 once, you know, the majority of them move on. You know, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook than Instagram. Also got a Facebook group. Want to make a donation to the channel. Best way to do that, share the video. Cash App CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate, share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. We gone.